and we're going to be seeing who the mystery guest for today will be. So we're going to play some vibrations and see who comes in through the vibrations. All right, here we go. What? Nick, you're here.
Hello.
Whoa. Here, spin that around. Spin it. Whoa. Nice, dude. What? What's going on, Nick?
Not
Welcome. Welcome to Crockett.
Thank you for having me. I'm excited to be here.
You're the first guest.
Am I?
Yeah.
What an honor.
Yeah. I mean, I feel that you deserve to be a part of this because you play such a pivotal role for the community.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. Thank you. Wait. So you've been the president of the council, CCSD.
Yep.
What does that mean?
Crockett Community Services District.
Oh man, that's a whole.
Yeah.
So that's a city?
It's an unincorporated community, and we run the sewer system and the rec department for Crockett and Port Costa. They're small little towns in the East Bay.
Whoa. So, okay. So you're kind of like the mayor. We're the mayor.
Yeah. The closest thing we had to a mayor.
Right.
I had to balance, the requirements of the district with the community and represent the voters.
So in a way, how would you explain what is the medical report for CCSD? Like how do you feel? How are we doing?
We're doing really great. I think communities everywhere felt the effects of COVID, and when I joined a couple of years ago, we were still feeling that, and so we were over the last couple of years bringing in more community members, restarting some of our activities. And building a community.
Yeah, and I would even say there's almost like I noticed there's a wave of fresh energy, like new ideas. I think Jenna is now the general manager.
Yeah, she will be. Jenna Goodman is going to be the general manager at our January meeting.
Right.
Fresh new eyes, and she's an amazing leader with vision. And not only that, we have a lot of new volunteers, a lot of younger people getting involved, which is great to see. And we need that. If we need the new ideas, the world is changing more than ever.
Totally.
So that's awesome.
So I went to the meeting the other day, and I like to go to a lot of the meetings. It's kind of like torture, right? Going to these cities, any city. I feel like any bureaucratic meetings are like in a way, what is it called, masochistic or something?
Yeah. Yeah, right. No, the meetings are long, but like this is part of being a representative democracy, right? You have, as a voter, you have your responsibilities, your life, your families, and you vote for people to go attend these meetings for you, and you trust that they will represent your values. That's what we do.
Yeah, and I feel it's also important to I wonder where can we go when it comes to the way we do these meetings. I've been thinking about, because I'm a part of a lot of spiritual and well-being communities and different, even farming communities. There's like a way meetings happen in those places where it's like feels so good, like everybody feels great. But like, how come the bureaucratic spaces are not like? And how can we make them more like that?
I don't know if there's an easy way to do that, or if that's the purpose. But I think they're undeniably serious meetings. There is a lack of community in them. I think there's that understanding for the people that have been there a long time. But even if those meetings where we're having a deep discussion about finances and, sewer spills.
Poop, where the poop goes, right? What's happening to the poop, right? And the water.
These are the seeds for probably other meetings where we can have that, right? Like town halls, for instance. These are more open, more community building activities where people who aren't involved in the dollars and cents can come in and share their ideas, and we can celebrate our shared purpose.
We just can't have more than a quorum.
Can't have more than a quorum.
A few guys, like the council members,
Yeah,
right?
no, the Brown Act is a real...
Why is it brown, bro? That's messed up. Like, why is it gotta be brown? Like,
Yeah.
I'm brown, okay? Why
I mean,
can't it be rainbow?
we have enough white things. It's sad we have some brown things.
Fair enough. Okay, if we're gonna make sure people don't collude, at least let it be brown, okay?
People of Colored Act. Or
People of Color Act. I like that. Rainbow Act. I like Rainbow Act.
Rainbow Act is great.
You know, but yeah, thank you for saying that. I think that's important. Like how, as a community, it's a responsibility for us to be able to create those spaces that maybe is not allowed for y'all to do. And there's like limitations for people in the government when you're in public service in any way. Certain things where you can't do, right?
100%. In a lot of ways, our hands are tied, and when it comes to bringing new ideas and change. And so sometimes a group of community members that aren't elected, but they're just passionate about a certain thing, they can go and work on things without those restrictions, and then come give me a call, like, hey, we've been working on this, can we come to your meeting and give a proposal? That it's a lot easier for community members to do that, and so I encourage that.
That's funny you said that, because I did that. I went to one of the lighting and landscape meetings. I was like, can I do a presentation about regenerative landscaping? And so I got to like come back to the next meeting. I did a whole presentation about like regenerative farming, power, and doing solar panels and doing pollinator apanates underneath and helping to build back the prairie that we have behind us. And it was awesome. Like everybody loved it. And it was like, oh, this is a great idea. Like, it was very easy actually.
It's great. And I think there's a huge opportunity for collaboration there, because on the other side, the community can be more open-minded. They can explore more ideas, and then they can bring it to us, and we can do the hard stuff of like, oh, how can we find grants? What sort of regulations do we have to deal with? Other partners in the community. And so there's a role for everybody, from me as an elected official, community members, even younger people in high school. I think everybody should get involved.
Totally. And yeah, that's definitely civic. I feel like it's like funny, with civic empowerment, there has to be civic imagination,
100%. We can get stuck, focused on certain things. If you like, fiscal responsibility is a good thing, but if you
that just like made me shaky right there.
But if you do that over everything else, then it ends up working against itself, right? You deferred maintenance means that the cost of repairing our sewer system is going to go up over time, right? So we need to spend money. We need to invest in our people. We have 5 permanent employees at the district. And finding the balance there is really important.
So I'm curious, what is, if you could give any recommendations to the public and the community, like folks are listening here, because I feel this is also going to be seen and watched by people outside of just the Crockett, Port Costa, Verona area, right?
Yeah.
So what is the encouragement? Like, what are you calling in?
This is... There's a couple approaches. The first approach is, if you just want to get involved in your community, figure out who your elected official is and just contact him and say, I want to be involved. Like, how can I do that? That's the first approach. And they'll have a long list of things. Trust me.
It looks like you have experience of that.
Yeah. The second thing is just connect with other people in your community. Figure out what issues there are in your community. Maybe there's a pothole that hasn't been fixed in 5 years, and it's like no one's bothered to report it. Finding those, but other things, regenerative,
anything.
It's like maybe like some of the trees have died in town, and we want to. That's not nice to look at. Can we do some landscaping around town? That's a problem. If you and you and with some other people find a solution to that, then bring it to your elected official. Those are the 2 main approaches, I would say.
Cool. Even as you're saying that, I can't help but recognize, even my short time being living in the community and participating in different ways, there actually is a lot of like cross-department collaboration. Like even us being here right now in the CCTV, you guys, the way you collaborate, I just want to honor the way and then there's then there's like the East Bay Regional District and CCRCD, and there's so much
There, in Crockett specifically, we have a lot of community organizations that have been around for a long time.
That's true too, yep.
And that's something that was hurt in COVID. Like, a lot of these groups got a little disconnected, and part of what I've been doing is bringing these groups together, getting them to talk, even understanding each other's roles. Each one of these groups has a different role. And then on top of that, Crockett is a small community in a larger community. Like you said, the county, the television station we're in right now is an amazing resource that people just don't know exists. And I learned about it because of my relationship to higher government at the county. So we need to pay attention to that and not get siloed in our little groups.
Yeah, I think that also makes me think about, like, we're doing like a Lakshmi Eco Fest this tomorrow, actually, with your brother,
Yeah.
Creek and everything, Christopher Spinner and Dean, and helping out the eco restoration projects that are happening all around the town, right? And in that, we're celebrating Lakshmi. And Lakshmi, the energy of like abundance, of flow, the energy of, especially coming winter solstice. So, we're gonna dip and going back into the spring and everything. And for us to connect to this idea that actually we can create abundance where we are, like especially where we are. It's a pretty potent space. I mean, is it not, Crockett? I feel, spiritually speaking.
I think so, and I think that fits the spirit of the Crockett community very well. We have an identity that's perfect for building that. But all of our organizations, including Creek, lend themselves very well to that sort of stuff. Creek, for instance, they built the new middle school, and Creek designed and helped plant the school garden and made sure that it was focused on native plants and education. That's something I think is unique to our community. And
we have so much potency too, because I feel like even at the waterfront, it's like, whoa, this waterfront's gonna be amazing. Wait till we all put our work towards it and effort towards it.
Yeah, and some of these things take a long time, but it's worth the work. Yeah. We used to have a harbor with boats at our bass club in town, and the conversation is now like, how can we bring that back? And not just bring in that infrastructure, but get the community to come out and use it. Yeah. And I know they will.
Yeah. And benefit from it. I feel we also are at this pivotal moment where we need to be a little bit more focused on localized wealth. Like localizing economics, right? It's so critical, so it's resilient too. So we're not like, everything's not coming from far away, and workers are not coming. Like, what about people in the community having employment in the community? More of that, right?
We do have a lot of people that live in town and commute. We live in the Bay Area, but we're a small town, and local business is really important. We have some amazing restaurants that people come from other communities to Crockett, it's to the dedication of these business owners and entrepreneurs bringing the small business into town, and we need to support that, and they'll support us with jobs.
Actually, yeah, I want to give that pop out there too, because there is a downtown Crockett, which is pretty, amazing. There's all these like stores popping up. Some of them are really cool, like the Cat Vintage place and the 7th Street with the skateboard.
Yeah,
homies.
Well, and we've had a mixture of old businesses that have been around for decades and new businesses and how they're working together and create kind of this unique culture that you don't see anywhere else.
It's awesome. I love it. Okay, so before we close this thing, I'm going to share this. This is a regeneratively grown sandalwood from Hawaii. What does CNH stand for?
It's California and Hawaii.
Okay, right. So we got a California-Hawaii connection in Crockett, right? So this is a cool little oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to just put it on our little over here. We're going to leave you with a nice smell. So when you go back to your government job, you like take and rub it and smell it. And if you want to put it in your beard, you can put it in your beard.
This is perfect for a beard. I use an Amish beard oil, and it smells just like this.
Perfect. Yeah. Okay, then we'll leave you one more thing. We got these. We always leave our guests with a little bit of a tarot. You heard of tarot?
Yeah.
But it's not like anything crazy with tarot. It's more kind of more about just like it's like a game of being like, how's the rest of your day? Maybe what is the rest of your the experience you're having today, but maybe even the winter solstice and all this stuff. You know, what's the vibe? So here, give it a nice little tap. All right. Pick a card, any card. It's your lucky day. It's your lucky day. It's a lucky day. All right, what does it say?
It's an ace of spades.
No, it's an ace of spades.
Just kidding.
What does it say?
Water dragon, manifesting your dreams.
What is that? How does that feel?
You show the people. Ooh. That feels amazing. I am a very big picture, forward focused person. You know, I'm constantly thinking about the things I want to accomplish and the change I want to create. So this is empowering and exciting.
What's the thing on message underneath it?
So manifesting your dreams.
Manifesting your dreams. Yeah. All right. And we were just talking about the dock and the water.
Yeah, talking about that's funny.
Whoa.
Yeah.
All right.
And we need to utilize the bay and protect the bay. And on the other side, rising water, rising shorelines. We need to find a balance with the bay.
That's so true. I also love how this is like foggy, like it is in.
It is. Yeah. Okay. We were just talking about the fog. Yeah.
Cool, man. Well, thank you so much for playing the game. Yeah, here, let's gong back out of here. Right. Okay. All right. Here we go.